What's that? Let me see.
If you enjoy the video, hit the like. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Ooh, What's That? Where I go over apps, gadgets, just things I find on the internet that I think are really cool. And I share them with you, the internet, so that you too can think that they are very cool. And with that being said, we are going to talk about Gemini. So I recently made that video of AI do's and don'ts, like things that I think AI should be used for and things that I think AI should not be used for, right? But then I thought to myself, well, let me share some of the ways that I use AI and like how, just things about AI, Gemini specifically, that I think people should know just to understand why I made that video and like where my thought process is with AI, which I love AI. I love technology just in general, to be honest with you. Cell phones, computers, robots, self-driving cars, all of it. I think it's all cool. I love it all. I really want to be a part of the technological revolution taking place in the world right now. And I also believe that humanity's next evolution will come from the merger of humanity and technology. We will merge together with technology to become an even higher entity, right? All right, so I took a course on AI, specifically Gemini, but I have been using it for a while and have so much. Yeah, I only put that in there because I know a lot of people, they'd be like, oh, well, why should I listen to this guy? Is he certified? And the reason I said it like that is that's dumb. Anybody can teach you anything at any time. Do not get in your mind that I'm not going to listen to someone or I'm not going to learn from someone because they aren't an expert or they don't have this or they don't have that. You know what I mean? Anyone can be wrong. A bum can teach you how to make $1 million. Don't think to yourself, well, this guy sleeps on the street. How is he going to teach me about making $1 million? He's a bum. No, you have no idea this guy's story. What if he was a millionaire and then he lost it and now he's sharing the information with you? What if he knows how to make $1 million, but he's scared and so he doesn't actually do the thing that he knows would make him $1 million because he's scared to have the money. He's scared of success. Whatever the thing is that's crippling him from the success, right? So the point I'm making to you is don't not listen to people because essentially you think that they don't know what they're talking about. Like, you're wrong. You know what I mean? So definitely double check what they're saying, right? So go out of your way to make sure that the information that they're giving you is actually valuable and true and worth something. That's extremely important. Do that for sure. Okay. So, different topics, start a new thread, same topic, go back to the same thread. And with that, I'm going to open up Gemini. Because yes, Gemini.google.com. Yes, if you are using Gemini, do not just use the one thread. Oh, that's super annoying. I got to sign into Google. I'm not doing that. Do not use the one thread. But let me pull up my Gemini because I really do want y'all to see like how I do, like how I have, like I got a bunch of threads. Like every new thought that you have or every new conversation or every new thing that you want to talk about with Gemini, open up a new thread. Because what happens is, I forget the name, what it's actually called, but essentially what happens is the Gemini cannot handle overcapacity. So if you are flooding the same thread with a bunch of information, it loses tracks. It loses track, it loses context, it loses all of these things, and then you just end up with a bunch of mumbo jumbo gumbo, and you don't want that, right? So start a new thread, and as you can see, here it is. So I got a bunch of threads. There you go. Like I said, I start new threads for everything. So I got a bunch of threads, and then I have pinned threads that I go back to with information to add to that thread so that we can have a further conversation and deepen it. More information and context you give it in a thread, that same one, not jumping to a new topic in the same thread. Prompts better, so you'll get better results from it. Refine your answers by adding more context and directions as you add to the prompt. So again, you ask it something, hey, teach me how to do this. Hey, show me how to do that. And when it answers you, add more detail to it so that it can give you a better answer to whatever it is that you're trying. So let me show you. Teach me how to jump rope. Now, also remember that there's different types of Gemini that you can use. So I pay for Gemini, me personally, but now I get it for free for like the next 3 months because I did the Coursera AI course. So they give it to me for free. But so you got the fast, quick answers, thinking solves complex problems, and pro, thinks longer for advanced math and code. Personally, I don't care what I'm talking to Gemini about. I use the pro. Like whatever it is I'm asking it, I use the pro. I like it to really take your time and answer what it is that I'm asking you. But also, it depends because the pro really does take a little minute. It's not like instant like the fast. The fast is like you're talking maybe 5 seconds, probably less. The pro could take maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds tops, right? So here you can change the type of answer that you're going to get from it. And then here you have the tools for what it is that you're trying to do. So you don't actually need to click on this. I mean, you can. You can. And it'll give you more direct, specific things, right? So if you want to create an image, click this first and then put in your prompt. Create the video, same thing. Whatever it is you're trying to do, click this thing and then it will give you a better answer for the prompt. But if you type it in here, like, hey, make a video of me jump roping, it will still make the video. You don't have to necessarily go to the tools to get that to do it. And then this right here is for you to add things to it, add files, add pictures and stuff like that, right? Tell it how to think, what mind frame it should have when it answers you. So again, teach me how to jump rope. You are a physical education professional. So now I'm telling it how to think when it teaches me how to jump rope. Or actually, let's double this up and see and do it like this. So we have our prompt, teach me how to jump rope. We're going to ask it in the pro. Whatever answer it gives us, now we're going to ask it to give us the answer as a professional, as a teaching professional. And then I want to show you this too. So when you use Gemini from your phone, it will talk to you. So in the Gemini app, there is literally a lock-in plan. Here we go. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Hopefully you can. But in the Gemini app, there's literally a little microphone right there. And if you tap the microphone, it will speak the answer to you. So you don't have to actually read it. It'll literally just talk to you, right? When you're using it on a laptop or on a computer, it will talk to you. But you have to tell it to talk to you. So what you do is you go here to these 3 dots. When it gives you an answer, you click it, more, and right there, you click read. And now it will talk to you, okay? Also, you can have it double check the responses. You can definitely say whether the answer was good or bad. I suggest saying whether the answer was good or bad, just so that the Google team can have a better idea of how Gemini is doing, how it's working. So it gave us our answer. Would you like a recommendation on the best type of surface to jump on to protect your joints? But what we are going to do is now we're going to tell it how to think. You are a professional. You are a physical education professional. Please give me a revised answer. And actually, we're not going to put that. Let's just say we just tell it how to think. Simple as that. All right? And now we're going to get the answer that it gives us. And this is what I mean with the thinking takes a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Defining the scope, right? Because now, and this right here will show you what it's doing when you click this. It'll show you what it's doing. So look what it said at the very beginning. Understood. Coach mode is activated. So now its answer is a little more detailed and very different than its very first answer. Right? So let me see here. As a professional education, my priority is safety first, performance second. We want to build your coordination. So now I'm going to open up a brand new thread because I want to see this. So we're going to see at the same time. So you remember how we just did this thing, right? So now we're going to do it again. and let's compare the two answers that it gives. So what we're going to do is we'll take this prompt, teach me how to jump rope, put it in, right? And remember we said that and then it gave us our first answer. We're going to say teach me how to jump rope, copy, and we're going to paste in this part in the beginning. So we're telling it, you are a professional education, a physical education professional. Teach me how to jump rope. In the pro mode, and press it. And now we're going to compare the two answers together. Where did it go? What just happened? What just happened? Oh. Okay. Wait. We lost it. It's right here though. Here we go. All right, it came into the smaller box. All right. Okay, boom. So look at these two answers together. This one is us just asking it, teach me how to jump rope. This one is us telling it how to think and then giving me an answer. And notice how it is more detailed, more precise. It's a better answer overall. Literally, look at the answer. It even starts off by telling us the answer based on its professional idea of how physical education works. So you want to tell Gemini how to think. It will help you get a better answer for whatever it is that you're trying to get from Gemini, okay? So, more information in the context. Next part. When in doubt, ask it to ask you clarifying questions. So after you've asked Gemini to do something or tell you something, and you're not sure, and you don't really like its answer, let's just say you don't like its answer. Like here, let's say I don't like the answer that it just gave me about the jump roping. Just clarify and say to it, you don't really need to say, why didn't you ask me this? But you would just say to it, can you ask me clarifying questions? Right? And so when you say that to it after the prompt, it will ask you things to get more information about what it is that you're trying to get information about. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of you asking it to ask you some clarifying questions. Also, it asking you questions can help you to critically think. So you can literally ask it that, hey, can you ask me some critical questions about this so that, I can have critical thinking. If you are a visual learner, tell it you need graphs, tables, pictures, and etc. So right here. So let's use this for example. Can you show me how with video or photos or graphs, graphs. I am a visual learner. And, again, it's in pro mode, so it's taking longer. But if you don't like to wait, if you want it to be instant, you just change it to fast mode. I don't mind the wait, so I like the pro mode. I wanted to, again, really think about what I'm saying. And it's going to pull that up. And in the meantime, in the web browser, it can speak to you. You can change. Right, I showed y'all that already. Use Gemini Live to allow. Yes, this is another great one. But here we go. Look. Right here. So, look at this. It pulls up pictures. And so it pulls up pictures. It looked like it pulled in a video. Did it? Yep. Pulled in the link to a video. Or to, yep. Number one mistake, starting with the wrong equipment. So it pulled in a link to take me to a website that can give me more information, more education. So let's say you don't want the link. You can literally tell it that. I don't want links. I want the video here. I don't want links. I want the images and video here. You can literally just say that to it. And watch what it does. And then, right, using Gemini Live, show the kids book idea, how I use that. Yes, all of them are connected. Yes, that's the other part real quick while we're going through this. all of them are connected. The text messages, the desktop, and the app. When the browser email coding, I'm not so sure about. Yeah, so Gemini is now in the Chrome browser. Here it is. And this Gemini plus the email Gemini, the Gemini that's in your email inbox, and the Gemini for coding, I don't think that they are all connected. But the Gemini in your text messages app on the web browser, like what we're using, and the one that has its own dedicated app by itself, those three Geminis are connected. So whatever conversation that I'm having right here, if I talk about it in the app, it will still remember this conversation from here, as well as I can see it in the app. And in the text messages, if I bring up the conversation in the text messages, it will remember what it said from the app and from the web browser. And then here you can see that Gemini is literally creating the video. So like I said, I told it I don't want the links, and look what it did. It's just going to make the video here in the app for me to watch and look at to learn how to jump rope, because if you don't want the links, you're allowed to do that. Now, one of the things that I also use Gemini for is I use Gemini Live to allow it to see what you're doing and to help you. Sometimes it freezes, but that's okay. Restart it and the thread will still be there and it'll remember the conversation. This is a big one. This is a big one. This is an amazing feature. And you can use this. I use this for a multitude of reasons. If I'm brainstorming or just trying to think of ideas, I go live with Gemini and I talk about it. And I'm just talking about my ideas and my thoughts. What just happened? I understand completely. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, something just happened to it. I understand completely. You want to see the technique right here and not chase down links. As AI text model, I cannot directly embed video files or display image files in this chat window. I'm limited to generating chat. Okay, so you see how I just said that? Look right here. Create a video. Selecting this tool will start a new chat. You can return to this conversation anytime. Don't explain this again. So boom. So right here in the video, I would just say that. Teach me how to jump rope as a physical education professional. Yeah. And so it'll make the video. But either way, the point I'm making is either way, Gemini will show you the stuff here. Oh, and look, I put it in fast. So it's definitely going to do it fast. Although here, remember, we can still select pro. We can select other things. So we don't have to do the fast. But yeah, Gemini Live, I like to use it for, as I said, brainstorming, thinking of ideas. I like to use it to help me do schoolwork. Definitely it helps me with schoolwork. It helps me to my YouTube videos. Like if I'm making a video and I don't know something or I want to know a fact right then and there, I'll literally turn on live and go through whatever the problem is, the issue is together. When I was setting up my home lab, my virtual machine, I was setting up the virtual machine, Kali Linux and Ubuntu. I needed help, and Gemini helped me. It walked me through the process, downloading Ubuntu, downloading Kali Linux, downloading the VirtualBox mechanism. So it walked me through the entire process, helping me to get what I was trying to get. And same thing, you can use Gemini Live to help you with different stuff. I ain't saying cheat on your tests for your class or have it do your schoolwork. I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is it will help you. It'll help you jump rope. You can literally turn Gemini Live on, turn on the camera, and you start jump roping in front of it and ask it, hey, is this good form? What do you think? And it will conversate with you and tell you, this is taking forever to make this video. It's kind of embarrassing, man. What's going on, Google? What's got going on? I'm over here making a video review for you, and y'all making me look bad, man. That's crazy. Crazy work right there, boy. So, yeah, for the Gemini Live. And then the last thing I want to show y'all is, the email. I want to show you how I use my email address. So I'm going to show you the email, and then I'm going to show you this Gemini feature up here. right? So for the email, right, I've been doing a bunch of job applications, trying to get me a GovTech job. So to use the Gemini on the web browser, right here, you're gonna click the search thing. But here you ask Gmail. That's how you know Gemini Live is there, right? Oh, medieval. Oh, this is even better example. But one of the ways that I use the Gemini Live thing, I will ask it. I will literally say to it, do I have any interviews coming up? And Gemini, AI overview, scanning your inbox, analyzing your messages, creating your overview. Based on your emails, there are no confirmed interviews scheduled for the future. You have several pending opportunities and upcoming preparation events. And boom. And it gives me those times, those dates, those emails. Same thing. My son had a field trip today and I totally forgot about it. So I just type in field trip payment. Because I didn't remember paying for the field trip. And so, again, I just search inside my Gemini and it will look it up for me. Epcot International Flower and Garden field trip was due by January 17th, 2026. So it's showing me medieval times field trip information was sent on February 5th. The field trip taking place February 27th, which is today. It's the exact thing that my son was talking about. And here it is. You know what I mean? So it's like bada bing, bada boom. You can use the Gemini in the email to search through your emails to find what it is you're looking for. I really like that. Oh, look, the video is ready. And there it is.
All right, everyone, let's start with the basic bounce. Keep your elbows tucked in and use your wrists. You're doing great. Keep it up. All right, everyone,
All right, then. And so you can see that Gemini will create the video for you. And Gemini in the email address is awesome. Now, let me show you Gemini on the web browser. So let's see if it will do this application for me. Do this easy apply application. Okay. Stop the task. All right, let me see. All right, let's try it now. Do this easy apply application. So let's see if it actually works. Taking a look. All right, gathering the details. Okay. Boom. Notice how the screen turned blue because now it's actually doing the job. Look what it says here. Continue easy apply for PDI technologies. So now it's actually doing the application for me. It's literally going through it and putting in the information. Clicking on this stuff. Look. No. So it knows I wasn't referred. And it will do it for me. And this is another great way to use Gemini. I love this. 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 So look, it's going to continue doing it right here. 24 hours. Are you willing to work any shift? Let's see if it says yes. We're waiting. Proceeding after answering no. Let's see if it did it. Reviewing and answering more additional questions for PDI technologies. Okay, so we're waiting to see if it's going to answer these and what will it say. Oh, waiting for your help. Oh, here it is. Oh, please fill in the answers to the additional questions for the PDI technologies, including willingness to work any shift. Okay, so here it wants me to take over the task. It won't continue on, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. I really just wanted to show y'all how cool Gemini in the web browser is. I think that this is amazing. And so me personally, I've been looking for different ways or different uses that I can have it do something in the web browser because I just think that this is amazing and it will reduce a lot of mundane tasks. Another cool thing about it is it doesn't actually have to do anything. You can just be on a website and ask it. Let's go to my website, josephrbristol.com. You can be on a website and it doesn't need to do a task, but you can just ask it to tell you about the website. What is this website? And so it'll tell you about the website. This website is a personal portfolio and creative hub for that guy, a creative written word artist and content creator. And boom. Boom. So now you might say, okay, well, take me to his YouTube channel. Right, so boom. I said take me to his YouTube channel, and it says you can find his YouTube channel by visiting the video section and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, it gives you this information. So, again, I think that that's amazing. I think that that's cool. This does not read out loud, though. There's no way to, or I haven't figured out a way to make it actually talk to you and say something to you, right? So, but I like that you can use it in the web browser, again, to have it do things, to have it tell you about the website, what you're looking at, what is it for, how does it work, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. And I think that that's just really, really cool. And I like that. And so that's just another way that I use Gemini. And with that being said, thanks for watching another episode of Ooh, What's That? Let's all remember, man, we all out here trying to do the same thing. Survive, be happy. Y'all stay blessed.